Hey guys, today we are on a brand new type of adventure on a cruise ship, which doesn't happen for me and Zach very often. We are going on the NCL Jewel, which has been completely chartered out by Sixthman for the Live Loud Fest. Let's go see what kind of fun this is going to be. So upon arriving at the port, they had this hanging outside, so we decided to use it as a photo op. These are the papers that they give you upon checking in, and it is the old school paper itinerary that they use. So the NCL app is kind of not working or non-existent for a Sixthman cruise. Have to use those old papers, but it was fine. They were setting up the stage. They closed down one of the pools. As we were walking around, I saw this penny press. I've never seen a penny press on a cruise ship before, so I just had to get a picture of it. This was inside the salon spa area. We got a little tour so we could see what it looked like on this ship. Their spa area looked really nice. This is a cold plunge pool here. And then they have the dry sauna. Love the views. And of course they have a hot tub. And then they have some seating so you can look out and lounge. And another type of hot tub-ish thing. And then they have the heated lounge chairs and then infrared chairs. And we popped our heads into the gym, and it was a well-equipped gym. It looked like when they did the refurbishment that all of the gym equipment was upgraded. This looks like a spin class, yoga room, but they had commandeered it for some storage for the Sixthman group, but still was able to see. Okay, so first impressions of the NCL Jewel. Now, if you followed me at all, you know that me and Zach went on the NCL Prima, and that was our first experience with Norwegian. And if you've seen that video, you know how that went. So, this is an excellent opportunity to kind of see another Norwegian cruise ship. Now, being it's a Sixthman event, and the ship has been chartered by the Sixthman, it's not quite the same animal. However, the ship is the same, the staff is the same, the food is the same. And I would say so far I'm happy with what we've been offered for lunch. And I like the venues so far, and I like the look and the feel of the ship and our room. So we'll see how I feel about it in a few more days. So this was the main dining room. It was so pretty, and we were one of the first ones in, so I got this great shot of it being basically empty. Here's the menu from the first night's dinner. We went with the shrimp cake, which was really, really good. I had the Greek salad. I was very happy with that as well. And then I had the shrimp scampi. It was pretty good. Zach had some grilled fish he was very happy with. And then these were the desserts. That was supposed to be molten lava cake. It wasn't so liquidy, but it was tasty. And then the creme brulee, and Zach had some ice cream. This was plastered inside one of the elevators. Like I said, it was a full takeover. And here is our sail away out of beautiful Miami, all lit up. Beautiful weather, clear skies. It is such a pretty city to sail away from at night. We were playing some chess as we were sailing away. It was always fun. I love getting to play live chess with the big chess pieces. And then we have our little pilot boat here guiding us along out of the channel as we are officially making way. In the buffet, they had some crepes. They did this every evening. I don't recommend them. The batter or whatever it is she's using to make the crepe with seemed undercooked every time we got it. Even when Zach had tried again and tried to get her to cook it longer, it still just seemed
gooey, doughy Idaho dough. It was great in theory, it just didn't work out so well. So after my first attempt, and then I think Zach did it 2 more times, we just kind of gave up on it. But it's cool that they do it, and maybe you'll have better luck on your sailing than what we had. The toppings that she's putting on that one there is lemon and strawberry. She had recommended that one to me, so that was what I was giving a shot to. The fillings were really good. They were really good. Here's a pro tip: get some ice cream and then ask them to put some of the toppings on your ice cream. That's what was better for me. And here's a beautiful aft wake shot. The ship here is really neat. I enjoyed that. And then the moon was so pretty. We had to capture some pictures. So pretty being out on sea. And if you follow me at all, you know I like to find ducks. And I found this little guy. He's the tiniest thing I've ever found. And then this was up at the Stardust Theater. And this was Nico Moon here during his performance. Good morning from the beautiful Dominican Republic right here. There's just something magical about being on a cruise ship and pulling up to islands that look like this, that is just, I don't know, it's just amazing, right? If you've done it, do you agree? If you've not done it, why haven't you done it? Just saying. So yeah, this is going to be the adventure today. We're going to self-explore. There are no excursions planned for today. We do have a little inland walk thing we're going to go do and try a local spot we heard about. So let's get into today. So we are backing into port. I'm sure this has happened lots while I've been on a ship, but it's the first time that I've been aware of it and watching it. It's kind of cool watching the captain navigate backing up the ship through the channel area and into the docking area. It's pretty neat. So we are in an aft cabin, and as you can see, we are starting to pivot towards the dock. It is a slow and steady process. Pretty neat. So here you can see that the captain has engaged some of the thrusters here on the side, and we're getting a little closer. All right, so we are almost completely backed alongside of the pier. We've got just a little bit more to go to get that bow parallel and even with the pier, and then he will gently push us against the dock. This is so cool. Just like that, we're anchored in. All right, so we're off the ship. You do have an option if you don't want to take the long walk. They do have the little taxi ride things, but they do expect you to tip. So just keep that in mind. So we're at the Taino Bay. As you can see the map here, it's a nice size port. So I really like this port. Once you come through that main circular area, you go right through the duty-free shop, and that gives you the access to the shopping and kind of resorty part of the port. Good things to know is that if you don't want to spend money, you don't have to. They do have a lazy river and pool access that is free to use for cruise guests. It is a beautiful, as you can see, very lush greenery, nice walkways, lots of shopping, easily spend the day just here in the port. So keep that in mind if you're just trying to be a little thrifty. One of the benefits to being one of the first off the ship is great photo opportunities with no people in your pictures. So here is a great shot of the pool before it gets crowded. And here's where you pick up your raft if you want to do the lazy river. Here is the loop that the lazy river does. It kind of goes all around the little shopping area. Here's one of the little parts of the water area. And I took this picture later so you could actually see people using it. Really pretty, lots of sandy, beachy areas, lots of bars, lots of seating, lots of restaurants. So you really can just spend the whole day in kind of a tropical paradise vibe. And don't forget to get your souvenir picture with the ship in the back. They also had the horse-drawn carriages that you could pay to take you around, and then there was some fun information in the area as well. And then this fun guy. Had to take his picture later in the day. When we first got there, the sun was not cooperating.
Goodbye, Dominican Republic. Until next time. Wow, it was a pretty good day. So me and Zach, we walked all the way out to this place called Big Lee's. I'm going to show you some pictures. Zach had found this place and he wanted to go give it a try. It was like an hour walk, so it was like 2 miles roughly to get out there, and then the same to come back. The views were great. The food was really good. We had the onion rings, the fried fish, the french fries, and all of this stuff is made fresh to order. Like literally they are cutting up the potatoes when you order. Like they don't do anything until you order. So it was really cool. I would recommend checking out that spot for some food. Maybe not walk. It was a long walk. So things to think about.
So this is the very aft of the ship. They have a little outside buffet area. It has similar food to the inside buffet area. I will say the ship was very clean outside, like you can see the smoke there coming from the stack, but there was no ashes, no soot anywhere, which was one of the main problems that we had when we were on the Prima. But as you can see, like this whole area, very, very clean, nice sports area. This is a place where you can practice your golf swing. They had one on both sides. They had checkers set up on one side and then chess set up on the other. Here is some footage of their little arcade room. So they had games that you could just play. They had games where you could try to win stuff. A little mix of everything there. Kind of neat. And then of course you can play to win an NCL duck. Totally did that, and I have a yellow one there. Because, you know, gotta have the ducks, all the ducks. So me and Zach spent a little bit of time in here and played a couple of games. This was one of the outside shots of the concert there over the pool.
Okay, so let's have some closing thoughts on the Norwegian Jewel and Sixthman. So we were invited. It was a partial pay both ways. So they paid part, we paid part to be on this sailing. So full disclaimer there. They did not ask me for a review. It's because I'm a travel agent that they wanted me to have the opportunity to experience this type of sailing. So here I am. I am happy to say that we were pleasantly surprised with how much better we enjoyed our experience with the Norwegian Jewel versus the Prima. So we would definitely sail with Norwegian again thanks to this sailing. So I will make sure to link the Norwegian Prima video to the end of this video if you haven't seen it, so you can watch that. That was a whole thing all on its own. We weren't sure if we would ever get on another Norwegian ship after that experience. So for being a 20-year-old ship, we were very impressed with her standard of refurbishment. This is the second ship I've been on this year that was generally fairly old and has been completely refurbished. They did an excellent job. Like, I had no clue the ship was 20 years old. That's how good a job they did. I had to go back and actually research it to see when the ship was built. So good job, Norwegian, putting some good money into an old ship and reviving her and giving her new life. So this is more of your classic cruise style experience. There are no water slides, nothing like that. They have 2 pools, 4 hot tubs, unless you include the spa amenities that you must pay extra for. The food and service has been solid on this ship, so pretty happy about that. Now let's talk about Sixthman. I'm not normally a concert person, just never been my thing. I love music, I appreciate it, I rock out to it in my car, but concerts have never just been a draw for me. I think I went to one when I was like 18, many moons ago, because I won it on a radio show back when you used to call into the radio show. So when they charter a ship, it's a full takeover. So all of the normal Norwegian activities gone. So if you love trivia, it's not happening. They had it one time the first night at like 9 or 10 o'clock at night. We didn't even go, it was so late. But then since then, the normal Norwegian type activities, non-existent. So keep that in mind. If you're going to book a Sixthman chartered cruise, you really need to love music, concert venues, that kind of thing. So they have plenty of that going around all over the ship during different times. We did peek in on Nico Moon. We really enjoyed that. I would, if you've not heard of him, which I hadn't before this cruise, so forgive me, don't at me. He was really good. I would describe him as a country new age version of Jimmy Buffett. He even did a little tribute to Jimmy Buffett. It was really cool. He's a very good entertainer, very fun. So yeah. If you like concerts, then this would absolutely be for you. They've had yoga classes every day, which is kind of cool. If I was a little further in my yoga journey, I would probably do it. But I'm a beginner, I'm a newbie, and they were doing some stuff I can't even think about doing yet. So maybe one day. But yeah, overall, good experience. I look forward to sharing it with some friends and family that I think might enjoy this type of sailing. If you would enjoy this type of sailing and need a travel agent, reach out to me at mindy@where'swalterstravel.com. I'll put a link in the description box below. If you would like to cruise with me, I have 2 sailings coming up. One is in May on the Celebrity Silhouette to Bermuda. And the other one is our Trans-Pacific cruise going from Los Angeles, 5 stops in Hawaii, and on to Tokyo. So if you'd like to join me for any of those, reach out and I will happily book you to come along with us. If you have any questions, hit me up in the comments box below. And until the next time, guys, shake a tail feather.